Hello guys, good evening all of you. And if you're from India, and we have with us Barnali Banerjee. And hi Barnali, hi.
Hi,
Say hi to the.
Shrijit. How are you?
Yep. Hi, I'm fine. So Barnali has done her research internship and also job internship from Octon, Paragon, and PA, and
Insane.
also she has yes, right. So and she's also incoming intern at Incisive, right? So
Yeah.
all the opportunities she has created, all via her work and her LinkedIn, and she has all got off campus. So I got really excited about how she has done this, and that's why I called her up in this live so that I can learn from her, and I can also help the other students out here learn from her too. So let's get started, guys, and we have made a set of questions that I think will help us discover her journey, and I hope it will be really exciting. So yeah, so Bonnie, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes. So, as many of you might be knowing, my name is Barnali Banerjee. I did my graduation from University of Delhi. I completed my graduation in 2020. Currently, I'm working with Paragon Research Australia and PA Research US as a market research analyst. Before this, I got a chance to intern at Octane Research last summer as a market research analyst only. And after mid January, I'll be interning at Incisive. So, this is about my academic and professional background.
Okay, okay, perfect. Like, tell me a bit about about data science and how you got really attracted to it, and why you ended up in this domain, whether you call it
Okay.
bad or good. Yeah.
Okay, so completed my 12th in 2016. After that, I took a drop to prepare for engineering entrance exams, IIT JEE mainly. So the thing was, during my preparation only, I got this clear idea, okay, that engineering is not meant for me. I don't want to do it. So,
Okay.
but I was very much interested and very much sure that I want to continue studying maths and statistics.
Okay.
So in 2017, I took admission in DU, BSc Honors Statistics only. So during my course, I learned more about data science concepts and implementation of statistics in the field of data science and how you can actually use data science to solve real life problems apart from what you're studying theoretically. So all
Okay.
of these things helped me gain my interest in data science. This is about it.
Okay, perfect. So, to keep it very short, let's really move ahead to the whole crux of the discussion today. So,
Yeah.
it's more about the topic of today is more about how to create off-campus internship, because I think internship is where like you have succeeded right now. So,
Yes.
um, uh, so you have created all these internships without an on-campus opportunity, right, Bonali?
Yes.
So my
Yes.
question
We
is, yeah,
Yeah, I was the student of first batch of my undergraduate college, like Department of Statistics. We were the first batch. So getting an on-campus opportunity was like nearly impossible for us. So yeah, getting off-campus thing was a necessity for us.
okay. So I'm really excited in that point how you created an off-campus opportunity, because there are many colleges in India. Even master students don't have the opportunity. Okay, so this is really
Yeah,
not good. So I think, and real hand experience, even it's a whatever the kind of big, low, medium type, but creating the own opportunity is really something I think people should learn. And I'm glad you have done that, and I'm glad you're here right now. So
yeah.
coming to that, my next question is that what are the important features that you think like one should have to go in get in an off-campus internship, and what do you think are the important dimensions to it, the paradigms
Yeah.
of yeah.
So see, getting an off-campus job or an internship is not not an easy task Because if you are someone who is applying for off-campus opportunities, there are thousands like you who are also applying for the same thing. So you really need to know what you are doing unique, what you can do uniquely, so that that recruiter recruits you. So the first way I think is very effective to get off-campus internships and jobs is cold emailing. Okay, so cold emailing is mailing people you want to work with or the companies you want to work at. Okay, so in a cold email, you show your interest, express your interest in working in that particular company with that particular person. Okay. Then again, in a single day or in a single week, they might be getting many emails like this. So what are you doing extra to compel that other person to open your mail? Okay. So the first thing is subject of the mail. If you are writing those purane wale subjects of the email like job application, business analyst, or like internship application, there's a probability that the person is not even going to open that email. Okay, so the two subjects that I have been using, I can tell you that, and they are working very well for me. Like if I am applying for a particular company, if I want to emphasize on that company, then I write a next addition to say X is the company's name. Okay, so a next addition to X team, maybe exclamation mark. Okay, so this actually generates some sort of curiosity in the other person's mind also, that what is this mail about? Okay. And the second option that I use when I want to emphasize on the job role I'm applying for, I use say I'm applying for a business analyst role. Then I use business analyst you are looking for, again exclamatory mark. So this is the first thing that you should really experiment with and be a little creative when you are writing the subject of the email. Not very creative that, oh, you are out of the world or something like that. But yes, something unique, not those a job application or internship application or request for summer internship. No, they are getting a lot of mails like this. They are not even going to open it.
I'm
So
just
this is some.
wondering internally that what if each and every application after hearing this starts writing, next business analyst maybe. So at your company X, I'm like, so yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
so, yeah, that is what you need to note that. And now that I told you these two options, if you are just going with these two options without using your creativity or your mind, then again the same problem, that internship application wala problem, because ab it's like hundreds of people will listen this, they will be using the same thing. The person who is going to get a call or something is the person who is not going to copy these and just take a lesson of being creative and create some creative subject on his or own. So that's the whole point of telling it. And second thing that comes after when a person opens your mail is the content of the mail, like whatever you have written in that email, so that your email should be very well structured. You can't be too blunt.
Yeah, so I think we can discuss this when we are discussing the cold emails part. Let's
Yeah,
just scroll through the topic. So cold emailing with the subject headline and the content, and
yeah.
then
Then the other thing is LinkedIn cold messaging. Okay, so this takes place in two parts. When you are sending a connection request to somebody, avoid sending connection request from your phone because it does not allow you to send personalized invites. Always try sending the invites through your laptop. It shows a pop-up to personalize your invite, wherein you can
add
write
a
your
note.
personalized message.
There's an add a note option, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you can write a personalized message to that person, that why you want to connect or something, like greeting sort of thing.
There's an add a note
So
option.
So this is one thing, and the second part is when you're approaching that person on LinkedIn for jobs or internships. That again would be same as the content of the email that we will discuss later. And the third thing is through LinkedIn jobs. LinkedIn jobs are a very good way to secure internships or jobs, but then again, a lot of people are applying through those jobs. So the catch here is when you open a LinkedIn job, when you scroll down, you can actually see who has posted that job. Okay. So instead of applying directly through that job thing, you can mail that person or you can just DM that person. That attracts the attention of that person because you will see 123, 150 applicants through that job option who have applied through that job option. So it's better if you can just scroll down, see who has posted that opening, and contact that person directly. So that's the third thing. And fourth thing that worked for me is the posting about your availability, your interest on LinkedIn through a post. Like in the month of August, I posted on LinkedIn that yes, I want to work in the domains of data and research, and I'm available for a period of 3 months. So I would like to work somewhere. So, like that, also you can just approach. So these four ways are the ways I try to approach to get an off-campus job or internship.
Okay, perfect. And what do you think about the aspects of your content making on LinkedIn? I think it has helped you.
Yeah. So the first paid internship that I got was from LinkedIn. Past year in the months of, I guess, May and June, I posted some of my data visualization projects done on Python.
Yeah,
So
I.
I posted consistently for like about 2 months. So after that, I got a call from someone from Octane. Like he messaged me on LinkedIn that there is a project and would I be interested in doing that project. Then I showed my interest that yes, I would like to. So then I had an interview and then I got that internship. So that was my first paid internship because you see, getting an internship is important, but getting a paid internship is very important for me. So that was the first paid internship, and that's how I got it. So this is also a very good way. You have to be very active on LinkedIn. You need to show people that, oh, I know this stuff and I can work well. How can somebody like trust you? Either you are having past experience to show, so they can trust you on that. And for a fresher who just graduated, you don't have any experience, so you need to show your work like okay, I can do this work this well. So the best platform to showcase your work is LinkedIn, LinkedIn, LinkedIn. Because you see, when you're applying, then it is very true that GitHub and all those things matter. But I have observed this thing that when people are applying for SD roles and other related roles, then people actually care about GitHub and all those things. But if you're searching for opportunities in domains other than SD, then I would suggest that post some work on your LinkedIn. It actually makes you, what do you say, attractive to recruiters' eyes.
It's
Because
like, yeah, yeah, yeah.
the first sentence I uh, was told in my Octane's interview is that you are doing the right thing on a right platform. So that is the thing I also want to say, that if you're posting your work, whether it's content, whether it's projects, whether it is anything else, then that is the right place to do that, because a lot of recruiters are using LinkedIn very actively.
Yes, I really appreciate this point of Barnali that, you know. if you're a fresher and you don't have any work experience, this is the best way to for the people to know that you actually know stuff by showcasing your work.
Exactly. Exactly.
So
And no certifications are going to help you. This is something I want to make very clear, that people are just running for certifications and all. Even if you're not getting certified, just learn that and just implement it. And when you implement it,
okay.
just post it out on LinkedIn. That's how you grow. That's how somebody will correct you. Okay, you can improve. So that's how
Yeah,
you
yeah.
improve in your next project or task, and that's how you grow.
Yes. So the next question I have for you is the following. That one second, okay?
Yeah,
It's very irritating when moms comes and disturb during lives. Okay, no, it's fine. The next question I have is that so I think a resume play a really important role
yeah,
during job application, although it doesn't really affect how like content. I think is really important to showcase your work, but resume is something that it's a bridge
yes,
between you and the
exactly.
like the person who's recruiting. So next comes the aspect of resume. What are the aspects of resume you want to say? So I have one
Uh,
question. Do you like, is it a rule? I'm not quite sure of it, but it is a rule that you have to always do the resume in one page.
okay, there is a shared view on this. Like, I have talked to many people. Some say restrict your resume to one page. Some say if you have something really significant to put, then go up to two pages. Okay. So, but I stick to one page only. I try to restrict my resume to one page only because personally, if I am the recruiter, I would not like to read a two-page long resume. So on that part, I try to restrict to one. But yeah, I have listened to many who have this view that if you have something very significant, note that it should be significant, it should be very useful for the recruiter to know, then yes, you can go up to two pages.
Okay, okay,
So
perfect.
regarding the resume thing, am
Yeah,
I
I
audible?
think, yeah, you're audible now. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So regarding the resume thing, first thing that comes is the template of the resume. Now, I have seen many people who use a very colorful and very creative resume to apply for tech roles. Okay, so if you're applying for tech roles, keep it very simple and boring black and white template, please, because you're not a graphic designer or a UX designer who needs to show his or her creativity in his or resume. So keep it simple, keep it boring black and white only. And the second thing, until you're having a very professional, formal photograph to put in your resume, don't put your photograph on resume, because I have seen people putting ethnic photograph on their resume that does not look good at all. So avoid attaching your photograph on your resume. It's unnecessary. Nobody really cares about your photo on your resume. So this is one thing. Once you finalize the template of the resume, start with the things that you think are important for the recruiter to know about you. If you are having really very good grades, like something in between 8 to 10 in college and 90 above in 12th, then put it first, because academic performance does affect if you are having very good grades and all. Then put your education in the first place. And if you're not having very good marks or very good academic background, then I would suggest don't put your education in the first place. Put your past experiences, put your valuable projects or interesting projects, attach links to your project. So this should be the first section of your resume. And there's a thing that what I have observed, that when freshers create their resume, they just put the title of the project or the company they interned at. So this shouldn't be the way to go about your resume. Whenever you're putting a project in your resume, write the title of the project, and after that put at least 1 2 lines explaining the gist of the project, like what it about and what softwares you used, and what you really want the recruiter to know about you, to know about that project when he or she is going through your resume. And same goes for internships. Don't just write that business analyst intern at company X. Write what you did as a business analyst intern at company X. That is more important for the recruiter to know than just writing, okay, I did this internship. And the third thing is your resume should be very much personalized according to the company and roles you are applying for. Let's say you are applying for growth and strategy roles. Okay. So then you can put your experiences related to growth and strategy and all of those things. Then your data experience does not really make sense. Okay. But when you're applying for business analyst and data analyst role, then again create your resume according to those roles. Add your projects, add your data experiences, and everything around data. So, this is how you should go about it. Never ever use the same resume to apply everywhere. No, that's a big no. So, this is one thing. And fourth thing is that when you are adding the achievement wala section in your resume, don't mention achievements like I stood first in seventh class in poem recitation. No, that does not make sense at all. So avoid adding achievements that are like 4 5 years old. Like a- add achievements that are relevant and that are at least of undergrad level. So this is the thing, and apart from that, people add a lot of things what they did in college. It's good to add things you did in college, but we be very vigilant that if that makes sense to the recruiter. Like if somebody is recruiting you for data, then why would she care about if you organized a fest or did something like that? But if you are like applying for communication roles, then that can make sense. Okay, you handled so many people, you communicated with so many people. So be very very meticulous about what you are applying for, where you are applying, and yes.
Perfect. Perfect. So thank you, Bonnie. It's like super detailed. Anything want to add more?
No, and the last thing that yes, I can add one more thing that big companies like if for example I have seen at Goldman Sachs, that is very big to say, but yes, I have seen what they ask for. So when you apply at companies like GS, they do care about what you are doing apart from your academics. Okay. So now if you are, that is the thing, when you apply somewhere, at least research about how they recruit, what they look out for when they are recruiting. Okay. So when GS recruits, it actually sees what you have done apart from your academics. When applying in GS, I once saw they had this column of social work. Okay. So if you have done any social work, if you have been associated with any social venture or NGO, it's always good to put that in your resume at the end. I have also talked with an HR, so she also told me no matter what role you're applying for, if you have done some sort of social work, do put it in your resume in a line or two at the end. That actually affects the recruiter in a positive way.
Perfect.
That's
Perfect. Very good. So yeah, you're so right, right in all the dimensions. Actually, few weeks back, I actually helped a lot of students out there to build their resume. So I
yeah.
put out certain. I held certain vets for all of this. So one of the most important thing I observed that students were missing is this, that they were writing what they have done, but they're not explaining, as you told, the experiences that the
Exactly.
projects they have done. This is something I observed. Many students also um, didn't write about the what should I say? Like they also filled up that all pictures and all sort of stuff. So I reviewed around more than 50 plus resumes, and I saw all these common errors out there. So the most common errors among the good people were like they have done good projects but they didn't explain it.
Yes.
So yeah, so it's
And
like
one more thing that I observe people writing in their resume and that I feel is unnecessary is your date of birth, your full address. Like, don't include them. The recruiter does not really care about your address and date of birth. So, yeah.
yup, okay.
Date of birth is still bearable. You can just write DOB. No, don't write my birthday is equals to this. So,
Okay, perfect. So here's a small doubt from the can you see the screen?
yes. How do you suggest the same if someone has a very good research profile but in the field of academia? Like, I'm assuming that the person is asking this in context with putting the experiences in the resume. So, if
Yeah.
you are having even academic research experiences to put in your resume, then you should go about same way. Like, let's say you did a research internship or a project under Professor X at Institute Y. Okay, so you can mention the institute, you can mention the professor, you can mention the duration. Now I'll tell you how to go about it. Write the institution and in the right hand side, write the duration. Like let's say January 2022 to March 2022. Mention that and come down and then write what you exactly did in that internship and under whose guidance, because see, when you are putting academic experiences in your resume, it's very important that you put the name of your supervisor or your mentor. So write that and be very, you know, short, write it in short, but it should explain what you did. And you have to learn this to write that how can you make the other person understand what you did in just 2 3 lines. So this is it. And you can always put academic experiences in your resume. Since I have worked in research profiles in like 3 companies now, so I can tell you people do really care about academic research experiences. Like in my interviews also, I was asked that if I ever worked under some professors for research projects or something similar. So yeah,
Perfect.
that's a good idea to put that in resume. You can always do that.
Perfect. I
But
hope
again, do that when you are applying for research profiles only. If you are applying for other profiles, then I don't really think that that is going to help you.
yeah, now personally I believe that I this is my I this is my like I'm quite an old person so I'm just joking. So actually, what I saw is that in nowadays there's always a very high infusion of research into the academia, and both are like the
Yes,
line is becoming very thin. So academia people really respect the research domain also, and vice versa, and they are
yes,
like really becoming together. So I think research is a very good experience, and you have learned something, you have a collaborative experience, and I think that adds a lot of value, and also what you have done,
yes,
it's something new, you have discovered something, your problem solving skills also get tested. So I think,
yeah.
yeah, I think it's very important. Okay,
And when you're starting, yeah,
tell me.
when you're starting as a fresher, put all the relevant experiences. You don't have any choice. You're just starting. So put all the relevant experiences in your resume in a good and structured way. It shouldn't be scattered. It shouldn't be irrelevant. That's the only thing. If it's relevant, if it's well structured, you are good to go.
Okay, okay, sounds good. So I hope Goranga
And
Barn.
one more thing, one last thing is that when you're creating your resume, then put the experience in chronological order, because like the most recent one should be at the top, and likewise, because people start putting the first company they worked and then second. That shouldn't be the way you should do it.
Can I speak now?
Yeah. Yes,
Okay,
I'm
sure.
done.
So no, I think what I wanted to tell two times, but she has always some interesting new points to add. Thank you for that. No, I really appreciate that. So I hope Gauranga Bonali explained your point really, really well. And if you have any other doubts, we can ask her again. If others also have some other doubts regarding their what to do, you can always ask in the comment section. So let's move on to the next two dimensions I have left. She has already mentioned a bit about cold emailing, so it's like 1.5 dimensions left. So networking. So let's go to networking, like how it has helped and yeah, how did you do
Okay,
it?
so networking. So first thing that I have been doing from my college life. So I have been the part of many fairs, and during fairs you get to talk to many people from other colleges. So one thing that I have been in habit of doing is that saving their contacts for my future help or anything. Okay, so that is one thing that was the first thing in my networking journey. So, as I move to LinkedIn, so you see people, there might be cases when somebody is mentioning you in some post with some other people. Okay. This was the case when Srijit actually posted something about me and he mentioned Debarshi, if I'm not wrong. So if you are in the same place, you should immediately connect with Debarshi, okay, over LinkedIn, and type something, some introductory message. Or the least you can do is that connect with that person. So this help you network with people who are in the same field doing same thing, and you can learn something from them. When I was working in Octane, I was asked to just go through the previous year's research reports. So at the end of all the research reports, there was this page having the details of all the team members who worked on that particular project. So what you should do immediately is connect with all those people on LinkedIn. So that's how you grow your network. I got my internship at Paragon in PA through networking. More than it was LinkedIn, it was networking. Because see, Paul from PA interned at Octane some few years back. So I connected with Paul when I was interning at Octane only, and then he approached me, and then we had an interview. That's a different story, but you should be always looking to connect with new people. Like the other example I can give you is that now I'm working at with PA and Paragon. So Paul is very active on LinkedIn. He keeps writing posts and keeps mentioning with me with say 27 other people. So the least I do is I immediately connect with all those 27 people. So this will help you grow your network. Okay. Now, the second thing is that we attend a lot of webinars, we attend a lot of talks, and we don't even bother to say that person a thank you or some sort of that. So when you attend a webinar and you think that, okay, that was really great or that helped you in any way, then immediately go to LinkedIn, connect with that person, write a thank you note. That person is going to remember you. I'm telling you this. So this should be the way to network and engage with people when somebody is posting something relevant that is making sense to you or you didn't know about it. Then just write something on their post or just text them, okay, that was very insightful or informative. In that way you stay in touch with people, and that's how you grow on LinkedIn. And I think LinkedIn is the best platform to get off campus opportunities. So yeah. And
Yeah.
also there is one thing that when you are applying for at a lot of places, you might not be converting that into an offer, but you might be getting an interview call, you might be talking to a lot of people in the process. So connect with them on LinkedIn, thank them for interviewing you, and when they call you, you get that number. Save that number for future. Ki, okay, this person is HR at company X, so I should save that number. So you see, that's how you network. Save that email, save that number, text that person thanking. These are the least things you can do to stay in touch with a lot of people.
Perfect. So, anything more to add, Barnali,
No,
before you stop me again?
no, no, you can go ahead.
So yeah, I think what she has told is really um, profound in the sense that it's also, if you are an introvert and don't like to talk to people face to face, then I think you can use this LinkedIn
I'm an
opportunity.
introvert.
Okay, okay, okay. So, but you should remove your introvertness while doing jobs and stuff. So,
Yes, exactly.
yep. So that's I think that's pretty much what she have told. I have nothing more to add. Yeah, perfect. So, yep. Uh, so very good. I have another question from Arvind, that I would like to know a few places where I could apply for a 6 month intern for this June. Then a graduate student. I think you can follow her and you can talk to her or email her.
And you can reach out to me on email or on LinkedIn, whatever suits you. But here is the thing that June is like here only. People applying for summer internships have been doing it for quite a bit long now. So you can also apply, but you should be flexible with your duration first thing. And I guess cold emailing is the best way to secure uh, a summer internship. You can send me your resume. I can review that, and I can send you a cold email structure so you can use that in future.
Perfect.
You can just text me on LinkedIn. I will help you out.
Yes. So you
I
have
have a
never
lot of email IDs you can use. I have like nearly 83 email IDs. You can email those
83.
83.
Like, are you okay? Okay. Okay, it's live. I should not. Okay. Uh, okay. So, okay, 83 email IDs. Wow. Okay. Anyways, so
And here's the thing I want to tell, that always keep a track of where you are applying. It shouldn't be like, अच्छा मैंने 2 महीना apply 2 महीने पहले apply किया, then I don't even remember where I applied, for which role I applied, and when the person is calling me after say 2 months or say 1 month, I don't even remember, oh अच्छा मैंने apply भी किया था. So this shouldn't be the case. You should always keep track of where you're applying, for what role you're applying, and to whom you texted or emailed, and just write that email somewhere. Keep a track of all the email IDs. That's going to help you.
so do you think that job metrics that we were like job metrics we have made, that was useful?
That
That
was
was
useful. That can act as a database for anyone, any day.
okay. Do you want me to show it to the people out here?
Sure. And that's how you should actually keep track. I do keep track, but I do that in a very messy way. This is a perfect example of how you should keep track.
Okay. In the meantime, guys, I'm just sharing the screen. If you enjoy, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And before liking, sharing, subscribe to our channel and this, like, whatever you do want to do this video, please go and follow Barnali on LinkedIn and get in touch with her. Okay. I mean, she has agreed to review
And
your resume for, you know, uh,
summer internships.
yes. So I think you will
I
not get
have
better.
one more thing to
Go ahead.
add.
Go ahead.
When Shrijit will share that screen, you can just see that there would be message one and message two. So, message one is when you approach someone, and message two is the follow up message. So, when you're applying for somewhere, you might be getting interview call, you get interviewed, and you might not get any answer from their side. So it's very, very, very important that you put a follow-up message to that particular person, because see, this has been the case with me, that I have been able to get offers only after I mailed a follow-up email. Okay, so it's very necessary that you follow up that person after like 5 6 days after your interview, or you submitted your assignment, whatever was the process. But yes, mailing follow-up email is very, very important.
Yes, so follow up email is also very important. Another thing I really want to add, guys, is the following that um, many
What
people
happened?
aim. No, it's not yours, okay? Because of the
Okay.
I have not shared yours. So I just made one of the like. Do you want me to share yours? I don't think it should be right to share yours. Like,
And
yeah,
so this is how you should keep track. Yeah.
yeah. There are a lot of companies. She's applied to more than 100 companies, right?
Yes.
Okay, so she's applied to more than 100 companies, and I should not show you the data. And this is how you should keep track. And also the message, I write your message here, and there's an engagement that whether you have engaged with the content or not, and what is the outcome, whether it's a response, interview call, no, a response after interview, or so offer. So also, after the end of the whole thing, you can also do a logic regression project on your own data set that you know that okay, this is the important feature out there, and this feature is going to work, maybe this feature is not going to work. And what we have done from our like Barnali's one is that if you have messaged like all the outcomes, I had messaged one, message two, okay, all the outcomes, right, Barnali?
Yes.
Yeah, so message one, message two are like it's the first message you send them. Okay, it can be HR also, various HR founder employee.
Uh-huh.
It's like for the referral purpose, which is like much more really important. And engagement is that whether you have engaged with the content or also like many people endorse, like many people do this with me. Okay, they endorse me, and they ask me for various things. Okay, so that's a like I also cannot say no to them because they've endorsed me. So so it's like you're placing them in a trap, but don't do it too um, often because they will catch the game. And also the outcome is that whatever the response is, so that you can if it's not a no response, you can follow up the message with them, so it will really help you out. And also click the persons because you may have forgotten who they are and how they have started. And also one thing was really very like observant, like I observed and we observed together that this was a startup which got really better it provided really better opportunities. Okay, so the thing that I really want to mention is that if you don't have an off campus job, don't really aim for really MNCs and big companies because it's not going to work that way. First, you have to gather some experiences and do that in startups. Okay, do that in startups, and I think that's very important. Like, what do you say, Bonali?
Yes, I was about to say the same thing, that as a fresher, don't target big companies. Like if you want to go ahead, but I would suggest that start with startups. Startups are really looking to hire people who can add value to their organization. And this is what I was about to going to tell in reference with cold emailing thing also, that when you're cold emailing, it should be very structured. Okay, first like ask that person how she is doing, and then when you start writing about your experiences, always connect your past experiences with the role you're applying for, and how your past experiences can help that particular company grow. So that should be very clearly mentioned in your cold email when you're emailing somebody. And
Yes.
here's something I wanted to tell, that Arvind, I guess, asks that how he can really choose that where he should apply for summer internships. If you are targeting startups, just go to LinkedIn and just write founders. Okay, so it will give you a list of people who are founders. Okay, now you just go through their profile, learn about their companies, and if their work interests you, connect with them with a personalized note, reach out to them for any opportunity they might be having. So this is one thing. Second thing is that you can also search Sleek Startup. Okay. So when you search Sleek Startup on LinkedIn, it gives you a list of people who are founders and CEOs at Sleek Startups. Now, what are Sleek Startups? Sleek Startups are the startups that are in very early stage of
Can you just tell me
work.
like the spelling of that? I will write it in the comments.
Yes, STALTH. Yes, if
Oh,
I'm
okay.
correct.
Okay, it's called stealth mode. Okay, it's like
Acha,
stealth
okay.
stuff.
Okay. So when you search that, it gives you a list of founders and CEOs who are working in hidden mode. Okay, they have not released or launched their startup in public eye till now, but they are working. So you can just connect with them. You can just send a note that I just saw that you are building something. So can we have a talk that what you're building? And you just get to know what they are building. And if that interests you, you can just ask for an opportunity to work. And let me tell you that working at startups are actually very, very interesting. You get to meet a lot of people who are very hardworking, who are very interesting. So yeah,
Yes.
target startups
Yes,
as
this
a
is
fresher
something I
target
really,
startup.
yes, this is something I really want to, really want to establish in your mind. If you don't have an off-campus job, and if you want a job, only work in startups. Okay, I mean you will get a chance only in startups. Okay, I mean yeah. And so and also stealth mode startup. I mean they will offer you less money, but what they will
Hmm,
give you is a lot of experience and a lot of hard working people. Like I
exactly.
am totally in a, like recently some like I helped some students and persons to get into startups and like some internships and jobs and like I help one of like it's like they have respect like take like they have um worked hard for that position. I have not done anything, but I have just referred them and stuff. So I think it was a stealth startup mode only, and she successfully got in there. So that's really good. So I think as like I told this because to make the point that startups and in like are the stealth startup and startup are the only place that you have a lot of opportunities, less money
Hmm,
but more experiences, and that really counts. Okay, yeah. So don't go after money, go after experiences. Okay,
hmm.
so the final remarks is cold emailing, and with that, um, we'll end our torture with the people out here. Yeah.
So the cold emailing thing I already told about the subject thing. The next thing that comes is the content of the email. So it should be very well structured. You should start with greeting that particular person. Like I would not mention the name of the person and the organization, but I saw him posting that he started a new position at company X. Okay, so I really wanted to apply at company X. So when I emailed him, so I was like, I hope you're doing well and congratulations for making it to company X. So that should be your way to email someone. If someone is emailing him liking that particular post and not actually mentioning and congratulating that particular person, so that does not look good, and that really shows that you have done no research regarding that person and regarding that company. So that should be the way. The next paragraph should be about your experiences. The third paragraph should be how your experience can help that particular company grow. And the fourth and the concluding paragraph should be that yes, you're very excited to work there, and something very interesting that yeah, you are looking for an interesting discussion regarding same. And there should be you should use words that are really attractive. Like in the concluding paragraph there should be words like interesting discussion, cheers, and looking forward. So these are the terms you should use. So that's the thing about cold emailing.
Okay, so like I don't think anything more we have to say. You have told
Uh-huh.
more than I wanted you to. Like I had in mind. Like I learned something from you actually, Barnali. So
Uh-huh.
yeah. So thank you
Yeah,
for
this
that.
is
Uh, Okay, so Arvind want to also clarify that he is looking for a long-term internship, like 6 months internship. Arvind, so Arvind really didn't know about your background, so it's really hard to
yeah.
tell whether you will get one 6 month internship or not. But if you are starting out, Then I think startups and startups are good. I'm like, tongue twister for me. So you can contact Barnali or me. I best person is Barnali.
I
So
you can also guide.
see,
I
I have
would be
no.
happy to guide you. But yeah,
I cannot. I didn't work in a job. Okay, and
yeah.
I also never got an internship because I am a teacher. So that's why I think you are much more qualified enough to help them out.
And
Uh,
also, one last thing that I would like to add, when you're sitting for an interview, so let's say we didn't plan to take this, but I'm just telling that when you're sitting for an interview and let's say the interview asks you something that you are unable to answer, but you just want to try. So instead of saying that I don't know the answer or something like that, you should be saying that I'm unable to recall this at this moment, but I can give a try. And you can just give it a try even if it's a wrong answer. Okay. And the second thing is that interviewer will always ask you if you have any questions or not. So be prepared with it. Okay. Have at least two, three questions to ask to your interviewer. Okay. And the third thing is that the interviewer is always going to ask you what do you know about that company or what excites you to work at that particular company. So prepare the answer of that question well in advance so that you don't like stammer in your interview. So these are the things. And regarding the negotiation part, I have seen this with myself that I'm not very good at when it comes to negotiation, but you should be, because see, if you worked with stipend X at your previous company, then your ultimate aim should be to raise it some percentage when you are moving to next company. Okay, because see, what I have observed is that companies will offer you what you have been offered previously or a little more than it, but even if they don't uh, agree to give it a hike, always try to negotiate the stipend or the salary, that I worked at this salary or at this stipend in my previous company, so I do expect a hike when I'm coming at your company, in your company.
yeah, don't do it in the first go. Okay, give it.
Don't do it until you have some decent experience or like
You
you have
cannot tell
worked
like,
some.
I am born. That's why you give me a hike. Give me a good one. That's my point.
Exactly. You should have legit reasons for your hike. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And when you have those reasons, then don't shy away from negotiating. That was my whole point.
Yeah, they will at least say, maybe it's not possible. Let me know if it works out with you.
Ha,
And
exactly.
yeah, so they will just say it like that. I have done that.
Hmm.
So, perfect. So, okay, so I think Shujit is asking, can you tell one or two companies? So as Bonali has told it already that please go and search on LinkedIn. We cannot tell you companies' names because if
Oh
I tell
yeah,
company
exactly.
names, yeah, so other they will kill me or Bonali,
Ha,
or
exactly.
they will tell other company. Why will tell us like why didn't tell our name? So
Our name,
both
exactly that.
both the
That's a
effect.
controversial question to
Yeah.
answer.
So Bonali has already told the algorithm what she used. You can go, go back and already look into that. Any
And
other
you can
questions,
just
guys?
connect with me on LinkedIn and like text me. I will tell you everything over there, but publicly there are certain restrictions.
Yes. So of course. So I hope you understand. And all the best, guys. Any other questions from your end? I also wish all the best to Bonali to all the
Thank you so
doubts.
much.
No, no, wait. Let me finish it. All the doubts. All the best to you for all the doubts you have to face right now after this life for the
uh,
next 1 week. So all the best to that. I hope you'll
eh,
enjoy that.
yes.
Yep. Yes.
Thank you so
So
much, Riti, for inviting me. It was
yeah,
pleasure interacting.
yeah, my pleasure to our pleasure. Chinta's pleasure too. Okay, so guys, any other doubts you have? Otherwise, we'll wrap up and we are hungry and my coffee is getting cold. No questions? Okay. I think we can wait for another 60 seconds or so.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have had a really great talk. And if any guys of you have made some notes, do share it with us and we can publish in our website, whatever Bondley has told. So it's really something. Yep. So I think we will wait for another 10 seconds. And if you have any doubts, otherwise, fine. Okay, thank you guys for staying with us. And if you enjoyed this, do subscribe to our channel and like, share, and whatever you want to do with this, and share it with your friends. And also support Bonnerly and look at her beautiful data visualization work she has done on LinkedIn, and also connect, get in touch with her, and follow her and whatever. So, thank you, Bonnerly. Thank you, guys. And okay,
My pleasure.
questions come. Okay, so what are the questions generally based on revenue resume on the interview?
Okay, so the first question they would ask you is to walk through your resume. That's something every interviewer asks. And only put the things you are very confident about in your resume, because they are going to ask you in very detail. Like when I apply for research roles now, I have passed 3 4 experiences, so they don't ask me anything else apart from that, but they ask me very detailed questions when it comes to my past experiences. So be very clear about what you have done in your previous organizations, and they would ask you this, and if you have put something co-curricular, then they would ask you that why you have put this and how that can help our company or you as a data analyst to excel. So these are some of the questions based on the resume. So it is very much advisable that you only include things that you are very much clear. And like a lot of time, I have listened this from my peers that they were not able to recall what they did in a particular position in their interviews. So before getting interviewed, at least go through your resume, at least see what you have written in your resume so that you can answer all the questions. The questions would be around your past experiences and projects.
Yes.
And
Yes.
if you're switching, like I have people from physics background who are switching to data science. So one question that every interviewer asks, that why you are switching from that background to this. So be very much prepared for those answers if you're switching
Perfect.
those
I don't think
questions. Right.
I don't think you need any other information other than today's session. So save this session out, guys. I think it's really important, and this is full of such great details. I cannot tell you even more. So thank you for wrapping it up in 1 hour.
Ah,
And two people have thanked you, Bonali, Aarti and Tejas has thanked you. So yep, thank you guys
thank
for interacting with us and also wishing us have being with us. So good night, guys, and all the best for your internship and job finding. And always we are there to help you. And yeah, bye bye. Stay tuned and
Bye.
stay.